Good morning to you. Friday, heading to the weekend. Headed to the weekend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the DJ once again. Just when you thought there was no corruption in Illinois, we got a slew of it, folks. Much, much more corruption. We're going to talk about that this morning. Got the Hooters mug here this morning. Gotta love the hot wings at Hooters, folks. Have some hot wings. On me, folks. On me. Welcome to the party. It's April 5th. April 5th. It's Friday, early morning, 8 o'clock here, Central Time. Heading to the weekend. Heading to the weekend. Let's bring the music down. Yeah, there you go. What was that? I'm Happy for This Guitar is the name of that song. Happy for This Guitar. We got the Hooter girls here today. What more do you want? I think I know what you guys want. I know what you want. You want that breaking news, right? Of course you do. That's what you come here for. The breaking news. There you go. There you go. The breaking news. Let's get a video ready to go here. It's been bubbling here. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. Let's see here. Where's it at? There, it's there. There it's at. Let's see if we can get it going. All right. So, south suburbs, there's a town called Dolton, Illinois. Small little village. Been making the news. It's been making the news the last, I guess it's been going on for a while, according to what I'm hearing. It's been going on since like August of last year. It's been coming to a head in recently, last month. There's a lady down there called Tiffany Henyard, who's also a township supervisor. She's the mayor of Dolton, and she's basically a dictator down there. She's been accused of a lot of bad things. She's weaponized the city permit system. She's gone after bars who are not contributing to her campaign. If you don't contribute to her campaign fund, you're not getting your license renewed. I mean, stuff like that's going on. Now, yesterday they said that there's vendors of the city that haven't been paid in months. I heard that they think the city's like $7 million behind in their payments. Who knows where the money went, or if the money's still there. So let's dive into quickly where they're at in Dolton as they try to get rid of this lady who's pretty much destroying the town, which this is a very working class, lower income town. Maybe 15,000 in the south suburbs, down on the fringes of Cook County. So let's listen to this.
The park has had to deal with anything like this since the park opened over 100 years ago. Those are your headlines, Brian. Over to you.
All right, thanks so much, Carly. I'll talk to you later. Residents of a Chicago suburb are condemning what they call the worst mayor in America, and it's hard to argue with this. Dolton, Illinois.
This lady makes, with both of her jobs, she makes more than the governor of our state. And she's also under investigation by the FBI for the last month, but they haven't arrested her or brought formal charges against her just yet.
Democrat Mayor Tiffany Henyard is facing allegations of corruption, assault, and embezzlement. Here is a look at the woman in charge.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black.
Playing the race card there. Nothing more funny than a black person telling people that they're black. It's kind of weird.
And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. You out of order. You out of order.
She does bring up a point, though. She was voted into office by some people, and they're not happy with what's happening. So, but there again, you got, just like Chicago, you guys voted this lady in the office. She's doing what she thinks she wants to do or what she can do, and you guys voted her in the office. Luckily, they're catching their problem and trying to rectify it.
You out of order. They didn't come here to handle the business. They came here to do a political theater stunt.
Theaters.
Notice they're drinking Fiji water up here. And as I said, this is a pretty poor, we'll call it poor, lower income suburb of south suburbs of Chicago. Do a Google on it and it'll come up. I bet you the average income there is probably like $24,000 a year. So not a high income earning suburb. But nonetheless, they've got some problems and they're trying to rectify it.
Wow, how do they feel about that in Dolton? Let's bring in Sherry Britton. She lives there. Sherry, you couldn't get in. There were only 40 seats. But do you feel the same way about the mayor and her performance as the people with the bullhorns?
I absolutely do. She is embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
What do you feel? How do you feel about her saying, "How dare you condemn me? I'm black"?
Most of the people in the village of Dolton are black.
What
So
exactly?
I don't know where they're coming from.
Well, what bothers you most about her performance, and how does it affect you?
Well, it's the transparency. We don't know.
Keeps coming back to transparency in Illinois, folks. This is just another example of corruption in the Demo-rat cities of Illinois.
How our money is being spent. We are about at a $7 million deficit because the board of trustees who handle the money, they haven't received any of their documentation. We can only assume that it's at $7 million and growing, and that was in September of 2023.
7
So
million.
the transparency
7 million. What is missing?
in debt.
In debt.
You know, vendors aren't being paid.
Mark Zuckerberg just built a $100 million bunker in Hawaii, but he's only one of...
I believe the village is on the verge of being bankrupt.
And what kind of shape was it in before she got elected?
We were fine. The bills were being paid.
She's quite an entertainer. Here's what Henyard's office, the mayor's office, has said. Access to the Dolton Village Hall has been restructured to protect our staff to the overwhelming amount of threats of violence as a result of the continuous misinformation portrayed by media, the internet bloggers, who are...
The people on the left, in case you don't know, when a message comes out that they don't like, they just they deem it misinformation. It's not actually misinformation. It's information that they just don't like. Could be factual and usually is.
Using Dolton as a means to generate ratings and revenue, i.e. clickbait. Are you doing this to generate clickbait?
We're not using this to generate clickbait. We're here to shine the light on how things are corrupt in this state. There's no shortage of corruption in the state of Illinois, folks. So I'm just wanting to take some time to show you what corruption looks like.
No. I mean, we need transparency. We want to be able to conduct business. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, if you are being threatened, as you say you are, then just step down. Maybe you should be in the position. Nobody's threatening her. We just want transparency. We want to be able to access our village hall. She's canceled at least 11 meetings in the year of 2023. That's crazy. And we're in 2024 and she's starting all over. It's crazy.
So Sherry, I mean, you deserve better. You had no idea what you were getting with this mayor. So what can you do? Are you calling on the governor to remove her? Are you turning on the district attorney? What could you do?
So absolutely, we have been working on this. See, the mainstream media and bloggers and YouTubers, you guys are just you're just being aware of this.
This lady also was using government funds to create billboards about herself. As an example right here, this was paid for by the township or the city of Dolton, and all these billboards basically promoting her.
Being made aware of this. We've been going through this for 3 years. We've reached out to our Attorney General, Kwame Raoul, our state's attorney, Kim Fox, the governor.
Oh, Kim Fox's name coming up again. Talk about George Soros and his money. Kim Fox was where a lot of that went.
Everyone, and no one is really doing anything. No one's even saying, well, we know that you guys are in distress. It's just, she's making a fool of us. She's embarrassing, and it's all on video. It's not like this stuff is being done behind closed doors. I mean, it's for the world to see. She's a nut.
She is, Sherry, and I hope you guys get action. I hope people see you and know this is not theater. You just want to go back to the life you had before she threw it all up, threw it in the street and wasted all your money. Sherry, thanks so much, and we'll stay on it. And it looks like everyone's covering the story, so the media's doing their job. It's up to the politicians to step up. Thanks, Sherry.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Got it. Have a great weekend. Meanwhile, straight ahead.
So we'll see what the politicians in Illinois can do. I came across another article. It wasn't a video. It was an article that said that it had our Raymond Lopez, the city council member, who's a Democrat, but he's pretty common sense, came out and said that he's saying that Brandon Johnson and his administration has been covering up the measles and the tuberculosis pandemic going on in the shelters of Chicago since November of last year. So if you've been following the channel here, you know that we broke, just in the last month or couple of weeks here, that they've got measles going on in the shelters and now tuberculosis. But Raymond's telling us that, this is nothing new. It's been going on for a while. It's just been hidden from public eye. Okay, and there's another example of public corruption in the state of Illinois. I hope you guys that watch this are not living in a blue state or a blue city, because this is the type of stuff that happens. This is the type of stuff that they utilize and they weaponize to, achieve their goals, whatever they are. Power and corruption, folks. That's what it's all about. And wasting your tax dollars. That's what it's all about. So, update on the TB. TB is highly contagious. Okay, we're seeing more and more about this in the media. There is no vaccination for TB. It's highly contagious and should have been thought about before they put these shelters full of people, and now they're paying the price. We just gotta hope that it doesn't spread outside the shelters. So if you're living in the city of Chicago and you're living close to a shelter, or you're taking public transportation, or you're sending your kids to the same school that the migrants are sending their kids, beware. Beware. You could catch TB very easily. And I hope you've had your vaccination when it comes to the measles, as that could be an issue too if you're not vaccinated. So this is what the migrants have given us. This is what our politicians and our health officials have allowed to happen. Let me say that again. The health officials have allowed this to happen. They waited to the very last minute to vaccinate these people. And from what I'm hearing, TB, you got to start pumping antibiotics into these people, and that may take like 4 to 6 weeks of antibiotics. Do you think there's enough antibiotics in Chicago for all these migrants? I don't know. I have no idea, but we're going to find out, because this is just going to grow. Right now they're squashing it as, it's just a few people, and we got it under control. They're going to have it under control until they don't. So that's how things are happening in Chicago. It's almost comical. You can't make this stuff up. And this is how the corruption train runs in blue cities all over this nation, folks. I'm here to tell you, it's just not Chicago. It's any blue city that runs this way, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. So it's probably happening in New York City too. I'm hearing now, New York City, they started their pilot. They're giving $1,000 a month on a debit card to some of the families of the migrants because they don't like the food, and allowing them to go out and buy what they want. And there's no controls in place. All they have to do is sign a piece of paper saying that they're going to use this money properly. There's no controls that it doesn't allow them to use it on alcohol or cigarettes or whatever else they want. If they want to use it on stuff like that, they certainly can. There's no controls. So go figure. Do you think people are going to abuse it? I got a feeling they are. So comment down below what you think of this. How would you feel if you were a taxpayer of one of these cities and blatantly saw your tax dollars just being wasted and utilized for corruption and personal gain? I don't know. It's commonplace here in the state of Illinois. It's out in front in public more and more, which is part of the problem. They used to try to hide it, but now with more and more people calling for transparency, it's there. You just have to look and find it. And I gotta wonder, in the city of Chicago, they are providing bills and things related to the pandemic. Are they providing it all? Probably not. There's probably things being hidden, swept under the rug rather easily. And, our media tries. There's some stations in the media. NBC5 investigates, does a pretty good job of rooting out some of this corruption. But, if no one is shining the light of common sense, it doesn't get seen. So there you go. Hope you guys are having a good day. Yeah, we're just exposing political corruption here. What else can we do, right? It says, I said, it's Friday. It's 38 degrees. It's no day to be out living in a tent. We're not seeing many evictions yet at Chicago, but they say by the end of this month there's going to be 2,000 people that have been evicted, but haven't seen it yet. But now with the TB and the measles, I got a feeling that they're not going to be evicting anybody. So there you go. There you go. I'm also hearing there's a rise in syphilis and STDs in the Chicago area. And guess who it's related to? Yep, Venezuelan migrants. So more to come on that. More to come on that. I think right now that's being held down by the people running the shelters. But I'm hearing more and more that there's a lot of prostitution going on in the city of Chicago, much more than usual. And there's some diseases that are being transmitted by the migrant females. So there you go. There you go. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm sure they're probably seeing that in Colorado and New York City too. So that's all I have for today. Be sure to check out wirepoints.org. You'll find out more and more funny stories about the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois and how corrupt they are and how wasteful they are. So I don't know. I just got, I don't know what you guys pay, but we used to pay $50 for our license plate fee for a vehicle. And probably about 6-7 years ago, they changed it and they tripled it. So I just paid $153 for a little sticker. Let me see if I can show it to you there. One little sticker. There you go. $153 for this little sticker. And I got 3 cars, so that's $450 I pay on a yearly basis to drive my cars on the roads of Illinois, along with the 40-cent tax per gallon of gasoline that I pay. And let me tell you, when summer comes, I don't pay that tax very often because I head north to Wisconsin to fill my tanks up as much as possible. So there you go. There you go. And I probably save $6 or $7 fill up when I head north. So that's $6 or $7 that state of Illinois is not getting. So there you go. DJ Wonder Chrissy over and out. Like, share, subscribe. It does make a difference. We thank you for watching. And shout out to the Incarnate guy from Colorado. We love you. We love you. We love you. And also virtual reality. Keep commenting, guys. We love you. Over and out, DJ.